All right, let's see what's good in constructed, and if people want to mention anything really, feel free even if it's limited. Alacrian Armory, kind of rolling stones for your mounts and vehicles. That'll look great. Basri, definitely definitely looks solid. Surely it's gonna see play in some formats. Basri tomorrow's champion, 2-1 for a white. Legendary creature, human knight, two good types. White tap exert, create a 1-1 cat creature token with lifelink. So 1 on tap if you use that. Cycling ability for free. When you cycle discard cats you control, gain hexproof and indestructible until the left turn. That card's probably not even that good, right? I don't know. It does a lot, but 2-1 for 1, not very exciting. Maybe for standards. The exert ability is just massive, like massive costs, really slow. You usually don't want to spend 1 mana on this on your second turn, not attack. Just play into sweepers, not push damage. The cycling's nice. Probably Mox Amber's like one of the things that are most exciting about this card, but Mox Amber aggro, not sure how I feel about that. Ben says it seems too slow for standard. Yeah, I mean, it's really just a 2-1 for 1 was upside. Maybe, I mean, the types are nice. The types are nice. The toughness power is nice. I don't know. Somehow it doesn't seem like it's pushed enough. It looked good to me at first, but just thinking about it some more just doesn't seem that exciting. The last line of text can be busted. Can it do free mana? Keeping free mana up. The problem is like I don't think there's room for it in like the modern energy deck. I mean maybe you can play one or two, but even then, they're already not playing full Ragavans most of the time. Like maybe you play one. Alright, what's next? Bulwark Ox. White and one. 2/2 Ox Mount. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Sacrifice this creature. Creature you control was counters on them. Gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Saddle 1. Pretty solid. Saddle 1. The min is always nice. Basically any creature. It lets you play into sweepers. It's like free power worth for 2/2 right away the first time it attacks. All the rares, the rare mounts and saddles and vehicles seem pretty pushed. So it'll be interesting to see if it's good enough. If it's good enough in standard, it might be good enough for Pioneer. This Pioneer probably already has some other synergy vehicle stuff. Okay, pre-drag. You can play a standard cat deck, like a different version of the cage deck. Maybe Arabo is pretty messed up. I forget what Arabo does. Like 2/2 for white and 2. You get a cat. You get more cats. You pump them. Okay, well, some of that stuff is just limited. Gallon Strike. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater and it has cycling 2. Doesn't kill that much in standard, does it? Or in general? The 5-drop Caracal. What, Regal Caracal? Or is there a different one? Alright, next is a card I kind of like, and Pipion was excited, kind of mid-range white cards. The Glory Health Links. It's a white and white. White and one cat mount, 2 free lifelink whenever this creature attacks while saddled. You search your library for basic playing cards reveal, put in your hand and shuffle, saddle 2. So basically just curve that into like Enduring Innocence or something. It's also just not the worst stats. 2 free lifelink for 2. Doesn't die to a shock. It's probably still a little mopey. but might find a place in Enduring Innocence deck. The Garden Summer. I think we read that one the other day and it was a little underwhelming. 5/5, horse mount, or 2. Whenever this creature attacks while saddle, search your library for a non-land permanent card. As mana value for less, put it on the battlefield and shuffle. Saddle 4. 4 mana to kill it was a Doomblade. Saddle 4 is like, good luck. Does get Teferi to play though. 3 mana Teferi to play. Ooh, Oculus. Okay, now we're talking. Oculus kind of nice. You would love which one if it was Saddle 1? The Lynx or the Sunmare? Maybe it was the things that give haste amount, so in red-white. Did they say they attacked as if they were saddled? Then maybe, but even then it's so expensive. Tutors for lockdown. Yeah, there's a lot of cool free mana permanents you can get. The legend saddles them, yeah. Usually don't want to build your aggressive decks with a curve all the way up to 5. Maybe the 1 of. A new aura, +1/+1 vigilance, start your engine. As a little bonus for max speed. 1/1 artifact robots. Start your engines. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 call as artifact creature token. This creature gets +1/+0. Does nesting bot have any use? White black sack seems kind of bleak though. Alright. An Oblivion Rain artifacts for the artifact deck. Is the artifact deck finally gonna be good? I mean, you could even play that deck in like blue-white artifact, maybe in modern. Get it back with Emery. Oblivion Ring is so expensive. Not the worst though. Blue-white art. There's so many cards. Thing is there enough cheap cards? Is there like? Because I don't think there's anything like Farewell, right? Or Planar Cleansing in Standard. Is there anything like that? I think we discussed this the other day. The bot in Boros. Yeah, it's an artifact. Oh, it's nice with yeah. It is nice with the card that gives you free goblins. There's Brotherhood Ends and Silex. Is this the new what's the name of that card? The +1/+0 ward lifelink Oblivion Ring cards. Is that the new anti-red technology, roadside assistance? So white and 2 aura for creature or vehicle. You get a 1/1 pilot that can saddle for 2 power, and then the permanent also has +1/+1 in lifelink. Insane in draft. Yeah. Looks solid in draft. What have I constructed though? No. Well, I don't think I saw. Oh, I never saw the Salvation Engine. The white and 4 other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. Okay. Whenever this vehicle attacks, return up to 1 target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Crew 6. I mean, that's a lot of 5 mana greasing. How do you crew it? Salvation Engine, return Salvation Engine. This is no shelter by goes at roadside assistance. Never know. I might find I might find, you know, could be a sideboard card. Himal. What about the Chariot? Choose an on-land card name. Activate abilities of sources with a chosen name costs 2 more to activate. Crew 2. Activated abilities in standards. Even in other formats, the body is like Crew 2, free flying vehicle. Card seems pretty bad, no? Chariot is good versus Kaido. It's okay against Kaido. It's kind of a heavy cost though, but Free power for 2 mana, crew 2. Yeah, lines up well against blue-black, maybe. Doesn't get cut down. Spectacular lineup. 5 mana, all creatures and vehicles loses indestructible until after turn, then destroy all creatures and vehicles cycling 2. Seems fine. Still there's nowhere to run though. This guy, the chariot, yeah, I mean only if you turn it on. But yeah. It is good against Kaido. It's okay against it's okay against the Talons too. Yeah. There's just so many good vehicles for just in general, I feel. It's gonna be hard to pick. Can name like Fountain Ports? No, you can't in online cards. Talented activate abilities mostly only thing that matters? What? It's not true. The green one people pay for all the time, the white one people pay for all the time. Could be nice for the cage deck. Vehicles in general seems like something that deck wants. Yeah, they're like decently high power, I guess. To turn on the cage. Can name Lana or Elf. Welcome to the chat, Normal Ninja. Silverman, good morning. Dodge sweepers, yeah, except if people just play pile up now. Cycling is really nice. Sunfall is good, but can be a little clunky. Even though the white decks are usually pretty good at drawing extra cards, so it's not the end of the world if you have a dead card or 2 in hand. Or free. Legendary artifact creature construct. A white and 1. Turns on Mox Amber. Good with Saga. Beatdowns. Thought sometimes play Magic top for the Nerd Rage team trios yesterday. Ooh, congrats. Event streamed. Popper, Tiny Leaders, MVP. It's an uncommon. Not sure about that Popper. Tune up, a white and free, return target artifact card from your gear to the battlefield. If it's a vehicle, it becomes an artifact creature, so. Refurbish. Refurbish was upside. I hear the Cube community is getting bananas over that. Over which one? Oh yeah, you reanimate the Cube. Or you just return Portal to Phyrexia, it's more likely. The Valorous Flagship. 7 mana, 7/7, flying first strike, lifelink, crew free, cycling. It's Decree of Justice, a white and 2 and X. When you cycle this card, create X11 pilots who can crew as though they were 2 power. No, 2 greater. Oh, it's 2 greater, right? Free power. Good in Grease Fang. Is it though? It kills your open really slowly. The cycling is nice. Does it just replace Chariot? Could see it replacing Chariot. Kind of a little similar, like it does something if you draw it and it's stuck in your hands. It could. You cycle it, you bring it back, you cycle it, you bring it back. The one against control decks, slower grind your decks. Cycling's expensive. I don't know. Cycling on turn 3 to bring it in on turn 4 is kind of nice. The lifelink is nice, obviously. Helps you live. Depends how fast Pioneer is as a format. The Golgari card that cycles for 2 is way cleaner. Okay. Another vehicle, 1 mana this time. A lot of times the aggressive decks live or die by their 1-drops. It's usually like what matters the most. Do you have playable 1-drops? Because finding good 2-drops, good 3-drops. Not the hardest thing usually. A new vehicle that only cyclists for white? Did you already pass it? Attention chariots. Oh, I didn't even see that. I mean, I saw it, but I just skipped through it because it looked like draft stuff. 6 mana, 6/6. When it enters, exile target artifact or creature and opponent controls until this vehicle's leaves play. Cycling. Yeah, but it's bad, right? Because was Grace Fang you bounce it to your hand? Why is that card any good? Is Glide card going to convoke? Let's see, let's read it. When the vehicle enters, cry 1. Tap free untapped creature you control until end of turn. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature and gains flying. Put a +1/+1 counter on it, crew 1. You can either crew it with one creature or if you have 3 creatures. It's like the Sky Warden, except it doesn't suck against Sweeper. It also gains flying right away, but you can't tap it to itself. For the other, just kind of a big deal. Still seems fine as a 1-drop. Scry 1, 2 power, and late game win con. It's not a sorcery. Oh yeah, you can't tap artifacts. True, it's a big deal. Probably not gonna have a ton of artifacts. All right, what do we think is like has potential? Split tune up, Valor's flagship, Voyager sidecar, spectacular. Doesn't seem like there's any slam dunks though, right? For anything. Sky Seer's Chariots. I guess there's a lot of like potential role players, but it's Perilous Snare, Nesting Bots. Maybe Glory Heathlinks. Guardian Sunmare, probably not, but I'll add it to the list. The Ox I don't hate, but there's probably better. And then Basri. Alright, what's the best white card for standards? Hey Jarvis, what's up? Is Wizards doing an arena event this week for Aetherdrift? Yeah, Wednesday starts Wednesday at 7 p.m. my time, 10 a.m. Pacific till Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Not much, just trying to avoid existential dread. Yeah, we'll get through it. Pre-Drax is probably the Wrath. Then, oh wow, everyone just thinks the Wrath's the best cards. I mean, if vehicle's not a thing, then even the cycling probably doesn't make it better than Sunfall. This white card is the new removal spell to finally replace Gale Lost. Beware. France Wednesday, so Tuesday? No, Wednesday morning US time. So Wednesday evening my time till Thursday evening my time. The robot that when it dies create. You believe in the synergies? The nesting bot? Then says I expect there are going to be enough vehicles entering standard. What about if the vehicle decks are just totally obsolete because of Heartfire Hero and whatnot? So around now Wednesday? No, in 5 hours from now Wednesday. It doesn't seem like there's a ton to get excited about. Unless the white red vehicle stuff is like actually good. You know. Is Starter Engine even close for standards? I doubt it. I mean, Perilous Snare could end up being one of the most relevant card if Artifact is good. Do you have a hot take about the NBA trades? I mean,